All right, what is going on, you guys? It is Byron, and I am here at the theater 1 week late to see the 19th Superman reboot. I'm gonna check it out, see how it is. We're seeing it in IMAX. You know, that's the only way I like to experience movies now. It has to be in IMAX. So I'm about to go see it. I'm gonna be done. I'm gonna do my review. Well, I'm gonna talk about it a little bit, and then I'm gonna do my review a little later. So this is just beforehand. So y'all go ahead and stick around. All right, so continuing where I left off, we just left out of watching Superman reboot number 19. I give the movie a 6.5, maybe a 7. I didn't like the direction of the film. I can say that much. But we'll talk about it more when I do the review. All right, you guys. So I'm back. Just got back in from the mall and theater from seeing Superman, the 19th reboot. So, like I said, I went into this movie to give it a chance. Because I'm a Superman fan. So I've watched almost everything that came out that involved Superman. I haven't watched the original Christopher Reeve movies. I have seen bits and pieces of them from time to time back when I was young. But I will go back and rewatch the first two. Because I am a big fan of the actors, Christopher Reeve, Terrence Stamp, who voices Jor-El in Smallville, by the way, if you guys didn't know that. And I know he played Zod in Superman 2. So, okay, so let's talk about the 19th Superman reboot. I'm gonna just honestly say, Mr. Terrific was my favorite character in the film. I liked it, Mr. Terrific. The actor that plays him did a phenomenal job. He was funny, and this is where it loses me. The movie has too much humor. Now I get it. I've seen the animated Justice League show, Justice League Unlimited, the Justice League. I've seen Batman the animated series, and I've seen, if I can remember, the Superman animated series, from the early 90s, early 2000s. Like I said, I'm a 90s baby, so I've seen these things. So I don't know if the plan was to channel all of that back in from my childhood. I don't know if Christopher Reeve's movies are, if they have that humor in it. But then again, it was in the it wasn't 70s. It was in the 80s, so I could, understand that, But after 2013, I was 23, by the way, when Man of Steel came out. That movie, Henry Cavill, Michael Shannon, Zack Snyder, the composer Hans Zimmer especially. I don't think no movie is really, to me, I don't think no movie is really good without a good composer to it. And you can't go wrong with Hans Zimmer. Actually, you know what? There are some movies that just had good music and that were bad, so. But anyway, in 2013, we got Henry Cavill as Superman. I loved Man of Steel. I gave that movie an 8.59 out of 10. The movie came out on Blu-ray around my birthday. It was a gift from my wife. I probably didn't watch that movie probably millions of times. Well, not to exaggerate millions of times. But you know what? No, exaggerate. Probably millions of times. I like the direction Zack Snyder was going. Do I feel Batman vs. Superman was forced? Yes, I do. Batman vs. Superman shouldn't have had all of them. Honestly, it should have just been a Superman sequel. I felt Henry Cavill never really got the chance to shine, so we got the Zack Snyder's Justice League in 2021. Phenomenal movie. I loved it. Then we got Henry Cavill announcing his return in 2022, when Black Adam came out. Excited. And then DC went through something. I guess the DCEU, whatever it was, wasn't making enough money at the box office, doing Warner Bros. Bad. I don't know. Henry Cavill was out. We heard that James Gunn took over DC and David Corenswet was in. I didn't have a problem with David Corenswet's Superman. I just had a problem with his direction. It was too can I just say I'm just tired of the reboots. Okay. I'm tired of it. I didn't like the direction of this movie. Nicholas Hoult, Lex, I liked his Lex. He was a very experienced hater to Superman, and it showed in the film. I do like some of the things that they address in the film about social media, how they're so easily to damn somebody from, something that they really don't have no control over. There's something that basically they're not really even part of. Like in the movie, it was a message, his parents' message. I guess at the end of it, basically said that he's here to conquer the world, Kal-El, take it over, whatever, whatnot. And once the world heard that, they automatically just jumped to, first of all, I'm not just going to automatically jump to hating a guy who's been here for decades, saving our lives. I'm not just going to jump and hate him just because of a message. First of all, for one, even if the message was real, we know things nowadays can be doctored. Anything can be made look fake. But I'm not about to go up against somebody that I know I ain't got no chance to. And if he was sent to destroy Earth, why in the hell would y'all try to attack him? I mean, obviously y'all won't win. I mean, yeah, you probably got some people who can probably, help with the situation. But when Superman go full crazy mode, don't be so quick to jump to conclusions. Like Jack Reacher said, assumptions kill. And he most likely would have killed y'all. But the movie had too much humor. David Corenswet, under the right, I don't know if I said his name right. Let me just call him David. David, under the right direction, his Superman can go places. This humor route, I don't like it. But apparently everybody else does like it. So, I hope in the sequel, in the next sequel, or whatever, David Corenswet's next appearance hopefully is different. I do not like that suit. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. That suit, no. It's just a no. Like I said, I enjoyed Mr. Terrific. Guy Gardner, I didn't care. I like Nathan Fillion, but Guy Gardner, I didn't care. Hawk Girl, I didn't care. The screeching was irritating. I watched it in IMAX. I wish I would have watched it in 3D because they had a lot of moments in there that was really 3D material. Metamorpho, I didn't really know who that was, but I liked him. He was cool. Let's see, who am I missing? Rachel Brosnan as Lois. Was a hard. Oh, speaking of, okay, so there's the scene in the film where she offers Clark to interview her. Clark offers her to interview him, if I'm saying this right. And I liked his reaction because it's an actual, human reaction. Like, he felt like he was being attacked in the interview. It's just natural. Like, okay, that felt real. I like that. I see how James Gunn tried to sprinkle, bits and pieces of actual real world problems into this film. Some of it worked. Maybe some of them, didn't. But, You know, the action, the end fight scene when he fights Ultraman, I like it. The score, I like it. I like what John Murphy did to the Superman theme. The softness, the melody of it, especially when he's around his mom and pa. Speaking of, Mama Kent, hella funny. Her country accent, the way she did it, she's funny. But the movie had a Guardians of the Galaxy feel to me at times, and you know what worked for Marvel, I don't really think it'll work for DC. But this is just the first film to start off. Supergirl came in at the end of the film. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about her. I have to wait till her film. But only reason that I'm gonna give her a chance because there hasn't really been like a live Supergirl movie since Helen Slater's movie, which I've never seen either. There haven't really been many live iterations of Supergirl. I mean, we had Sasha Calle and what's her name from the CW, and Melissa Benoist. Well, I don't know her last name. She finished, but when Sasha Calle came in, she was basically Henry Cavill's Supergirl. When she came in the Flash movie, which was terrible, by the way, I only liked her character. Sasha Calle did a bang up job. Too bad they didn't bring her back for more. I just hope that somewhere down the line we can get. Well, I don't know. Honestly, at this point, I really don't care. I'm getting old. So we'll just see what happens. So Superman, 7 out of 10. And it's mainly at the 7 because of Mr. Terrific. Krypto. I didn't like when Krypto was being tortured. Like, I don't like seeing the animals like that. So that was a little down thing in the game. In the movie, But other than that, Superman 7 out of 10. If you're a fan of Superman, go see this movie and see it for yourself. Like I am. Like I said, I'm a fan of Superman, so I have to give it a shot. I can't just go off of what everybody is saying. I have to see it for myself. Will I watch it again? Probably. But it's not really much of a good start for me. But before I end this video, Superman, as far as the Superman actors, Tom Welling was my guy growing up. Smallville. That was my guy. Superman became something that I loved in 2006. I think I was 16 years old. I came home from school and I turned on the TV and I caught the end of season 6 of Smallville, where he fought a Phantom. That whole episode had me engaged. I didn't know much about Superman. I've seen him in cartoons before, but a live action show, that's what brought me in, and I was a Smallville fan ever since. Then came Henry Cavill. I was a fan. Then came Tyler, what's his name? Tyler Hock. I can never say his last name right. His premiere in Superman. No, his premiere in Supergirl. I didn't like him at first. Probably because the way CW was doing him. CW know how to ruin some shit. But yeah, the way he came in, I didn't like it. But whoever took over and revisioned him for Superman and Lois, which I finished the series. Henry Cavill, Tyler Hoechlin. Tyler Hoechlin did a hell of a job as I'm about to say Supergirl, Superman. The series, season 1, 2, 3. I didn't really watch all of 4, but I caught the ending of 4. Sad, but I I like it. I recommend it. So if you Smallville, Superman and Lois, and now we have David Cornsweet stepping into the shoes as Superman. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Like I said, don't get me wrong. I'm a fan of James Gunn's films. Not particularly the Superman one, but he if it does well, it does well. But I say this, and I'm gonna say it because I mean it. I really wish that we got the last two Justice League movies, Zack Snyder's movies. Hell, I just wish Henry Cavill got a solo sequel. I've been wanting that since after Man of Steel. I didn't really want Batman vs. Superman. I wanted a Man of Steel sequel. Don't get me wrong. I liked the Ben Affleck as Batman. He was brutal. I like Zack Snyder's direction of that. It was brutal. But, there were rumors talking about how DC was trying to play catch up with Marvel. Don't do that. Don't do that. And now everything is just, that's then and there. So everybody, well, I ain't gonna say everybody. I've made my peace with Henry Cavill not being Superman no more. I still have his films, so if I want to watch them, I can just go ahead and watch them. So that's it. Not really gonna do a spoiler thing of the movie. I mean, even though I said some things from the movie, but the movie isn't really it was all right, so so with that being said, it is Byron signing off. And actually, I know this ain't got nothing to do with Superman, but give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. So I went to the arcade. I went to the arcade after the movie to because I wanted to I went to the arcade in a few stores after the movie, and I went to the Round One arcade. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it, but I went to the arcade and I won this. I've been collecting anime figurines, and I won this. Look at this. Look at that. Haven't opened it yet. I have other ones, but I'll save that for another video. I got some Deadpool cologne. I know, it's weird, but I'm gonna try it. And I went to get some movies because I'm a fan of Star Wars, the old Star Wars. But I was told to check out Rogue One and what else? The Obi-Wan show, and I think Akosha, if I said it right. And maybe I'll check out Andor too. But I've just watched The Phantom Menace. I've seen The Phantom Menace before, but okay, we getting off subject. But just know that I'm starting my Star Wars thing. Oh, don't worry, I won't watch that new bullshit that came out like a few years ago. Well, not a few years ago, probably like a year ago or whatever, whatnot. I'm just watching the old stuff that involves basically just the important stuff. The one that George Lucas approves. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this review or whatever the hell it was. The next movie we'll be reviewing, I would say it's going to be Fantastic Four, but I don't think I'm going to go see that. I think I'll probably wait till it comes home. Like I said, I'm not really in a good space with Marvel and DC right now. Right now is just if something good comes out, something good comes out. It's not the same anymore. But signing off, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Y'all have a good night.